Hi, welcome back to Dotty Lifestyle. I'm Alison, and today, well, I'm just going to kind of share a little bit of what I got up to over the weekend. It's a lifestyle channel, and I am feeling quite a bit better. Hopefully I look a little bit better than I did on my last few vlogs. My energy levels are back up again, and yeah, we haven't had like a massively exciting weekend, but we did. We live in North Tyneside. We did head off to Leeds to see New Order on Saturday night, who were incredible. So I'll drop some pictures and maybe a little video at the end, if YouTube allows me to add that on. If it doesn't, that's why. But yeah, I've loved them for 40 odd years, so that was just incredible at the arena. I think it might have been their last UK date of their current tour, so if anybody was there or saw them, drop me a message. So the main thing I wanted to share, which I was kind of really thinking, I'm feeling energised enough to go, and I did, and I loved it, was the Harrods Beauty, the H Beauty event. There's one each weekend throughout October, obviously in the UK, at all of the various H Beauty sites. So I'm fortunate, I live about 10 to 15 minutes drive from the Metro Centre in Gateshead, which is quite a big shopping centre, and it's quite a new store. It's only been open just over maybe a year or so. One of my daughter's friends works there, and I think he told her about the event. She messaged me and she said, I'm going on the Saturday, do you want to come on the Sunday? And then I said, aren't you away on the Sunday? She was like, oh, I forgot. So normally for anything like that, I would say I want to go, and then sort of my anxiety gets the better of me. I start to think like, will I look like the odd one out? All this kind of thing goes through my head. Will I be the biggest person there? Will I ask all the right questions? Where do you go? What do you do? And then I can just talk myself out of situations. But I'm just kind of determined now to try to master that and give myself a little bit of a talking to, and I did. And so I was pleased that I was well enough to go. So I'd not been to anything like it before. With it being a Sunday, it didn't start till 11. So I'll just kind of give you a bit of what happened on the day, and I'll give you a breakdown of the different workshops, presentations, sort of things that were on. So when you arrive, you queue up and you get your wristband into the event. Now, it was a Sunday, so the first one started at 11. I hate being late for stuff, but I was running late yesterday. I did get there for 11. And the queue was just huge. And I thought, well, I'm not going to see the first kind of workshop. I was interested in buying some products, but I was really interested in learning and some of just to kind of enjoy the sessions, really. Anyway, did get my wristband, and just chatted to the lady who gave me it and asked what it was about. So she basically said, as you know, you get a sort of a goodie bag with some freebies in, 5 free items, when you spend £60 in store on products. Some places seem to have 10% off. Obviously some people were giving out freebies, some weren't. It had been incredibly busy. Although it's a free ticket, it had actually sort of sold out the day before. It took me an hour to queue to get to this point. And then I sort of knew where I wanted to go for products and stuff for myself. So I'd already missed the 11 o'clock session, so I just headed off into store. So I'll give you the breakdown of who was on the Saturday, and then it might be something you want to keep an eye out for next year, because it was incredible, really. I absolutely loved it. So on the Saturday, which was the day my daughter really wanted to go to, but I work on a Saturday until about 1, so it wasn't an option for me. So that started at 10 a.m. with Get the Kylie Look with Kylie Cosmetics Masterclass. Sorry, I'm reading. Then at 11 o'clock, it was Glass Skin Goals with Elmis. Then at 12, it was Holly Flynn and H Beauty. So Holly Flynn, makeup artist, doing soft glam makeup. And then the next one was at 1 p.m, the masterclass, and that was with Givenchy, and that was Get Party Season Ready. So inspired by 70s, learn all the tips and tricks for the winter. Then at 2 p.m. was Beauty Magic with Charlotte Tilbury, and 3 p.m. was Dior. And then at 4 p.m. was The Bright Future of Makeup with Estee Lauder. And at 5 p.m. it finished with Chanel. I mean, what an incredible day. So if you were there or you've been to one of the other ones, let me know. In different regions, I had a look and it seems like different things are on at different times and different days. But if you literally just put in Harrods Beauty Carnival into your search, it brings all the different dates and things up and you can see who's on. You do have to have a Harrods Beauty account. You just create it, it's free, and I did get some discount actually in store with that yesterday. And then the second day, so this was the day that I was going to, so this was the Sunday, so it was a shorter day because I was in the UK, our shopping hours are much shorter. On a Sunday it's like 11 till 5. So at 11 o'clock it was made by Mitchell, so join Mitchell Halliday himself for a live demo where you'll learn how to create a full face of glam. That was the one I missed, and it was one that my daughter and Naira had said I think you really enjoyed, but I couldn't do anything about that. Because you had to have your wristband to go into where the session was, which was kind of in the middle of the shopping centre, beautifully set out with all sort of roped off and the stage and cameras and things, so you could view it from outside. That you might not have heard it so well, but obviously I kind of wanted to get my wristband and get in. So the second session was Skincare Routine by The Ordinary, which are a skincare company. Really like their products. So there was a team of experts. I picked up just some tips as the day went on. So I always apply my skincare with my hands, but they were talking about remembering about the oils that are in your fingers. So thinking about applying skincare with a brush, which had just never crossed my mind before. I'm not trained in beauty in any way. Then at 1 p.m. it was Pat McGrath's Runway Looks. Really enjoyed that session. It was, I didn't catch his name, an Italian guy. The model, Nona, I think she was called, her skin was just incredible.
From Pat McGrath. Yes? Do you like them? You like the pigmentation? It's insane. It's really insane. You can take them from day to night. That's no problem whatsoever. You can play with all the matte pigments, and then after the working hours you go just with your finger inside the sparkles and you press the sparkles on the top.
And yeah, beautiful makeup. I'm going to drop some pictures in where I can, so where I can I'll put those in. And then the third session, which I did go to, so in between I was kind of running out to go to the loo, get a drink, nip into the shop. I didn't really kind of do anything else on that day because that's what I'd gone for after all. So the third session was one that I was particularly interested in. I'll just explain why. So all of my adult life I've had issues with IBS, which I'm an ex-nurse, I just sort of diagnosed myself, but most recently, sort of within the last probably about 5 months, with support from my GP, I've had some investigations done, everything was fine, but just trying to help me kind of get it under control because I just felt that it was getting worse. So I follow a weight loss plan with the organisation that I work for, but I also now follow something called low FODMAP. So you can get high FODMAP foods and low FODMAP foods, and anything that's high FODMAP can often be an issue for anybody with any gastric issues like IBS. I am going to do a full sort of vlog on it if that's something that you're interested in. I also have upper GI issues, so the next session was by quite a new brand called My Blend. So they're a skincare brand. Now, the guy who did the masterclass was called Adam. I'll drop a picture in that I got with him later. And the first thing that he mentioned, well, what they said in their sort of bio bit was learn about the first global brand combining nutri-cosmetics to target the skin from inside and dermacosmetics to nourish the skin from the outside, and then high-tech devices to optimize results, plus the secret to looking 3 years younger in 1 month. My husband keeps laughing, he keeps saying I'm going to turn over in the middle of the night and I'll think there's a 28-year-old in bed. I don't think we're going to be able to go back to the future, so we're okay. So I'll come back to My Blend in a second. And then the fourth session was Huda Beauty's School of Looking Snatched. So they did quite a high sort of like a glamorous sort of look, very much talking about their easy bake products and things. So they were the sessions yesterday. I only missed the first one. So as I say, all the different events all have different sessions at different times. They might be with different companies. So I'll talk about my blend because I've just mentioned it. So I spoke to Adam at the end and explained why I was so interested, because he said that probiotics and taking a probiotic and having good gut health is influential on having better skin. That's probably not how he said it, that's my interpretation of it, which fascinates me because now I've started looking into it. There's lots of evidence out there about it, but I didn't have a clue. So one of the products that they do sell, and there are 3 different types in it, are these My Blend probiotic powders, which you can mix in with water. I mixed it in with yogurt this morning, so I got some samples of this. So I got the let me just check which one this is. So I got the Nutri-Youth peach flavour. Just want to see what difference it says. Yeah, mine's called Nutri-Youth, so this is the anti-aging sachet. Now these are about £60 for a month's supply, so I'll be honest, this probably won't be something that I can afford to do, but I'm looking at other options. He did say that powdered formulas that sort of go into water are better absorbed than capsules and things, so I'm bearing that in mind. And I did do a bit of research yesterday. Obviously you've got the taste thing. Now he did say that although it's going to create good gut health, it also can just sort of disrupt your bowel habits a little bit. Let's just be careful with what we say. Now there was another one which was called Nutri something, I can't remember the name of it, which was for people who were prone to breakouts and blemishes, which I'm not, and neither is my daughter. But my daughter's really interested in sort of nutrition and it affecting your skin and your health and everything. So for her, we've got a couple of samples of the Nutri Glow, and that's just for anybody who's got like generally like quite a normal skin. So she's away at the moment, so she's got a couple of those to try as well. So I'll just pop that in there in her little stash. So when I was chatting to him, obviously they also had the LED light, and theirs is one that has the neck section on it as well, and this is the part where if you use it for about 5 minutes 3 times a week, it can give you about 3 years sort of age reversal. My daughter has a red light for a face, but hers doesn't have the neck piece on. It's something I'm really interested in. There's a massive price variation, and like Adam was quite open about it. He said, you know, it's everybody's got a different price point. He said that, you know, theirs is quite a short amount of time, but other ones you might need to use for 15 minutes a day. It's just working out how you can create a routine and a habit around that, because we were talking about that. I was saying that I've very much this year tried to create a real habit around my skincare, because I've been terrible at it for all of my life, but you're never too late to start. So I got loads of samples off him. I've got these, and then there are some for Anira as well. So I'll start with the one that's dropped off, which I was going to use this morning, but when I read it, it said use on a night. So that is the Skin Renewal Peel. So with all of their products, there's a barcode on. You just scan the barcode, and then it gives you all of the nutritional information, obviously all of the general information. There is some information on the back. So it says how to use only in the evening, avoid contact with the eyes, leave on for 5 to 15 minutes. So he said with this you would leave it on for about 15 minutes normally, but if you've got sensitive skin, only leave it on for 5. And he said for about 12 days after the first time he used it, he did notice sort of some skin shedding, not kind of massive chunks, you know, if you've ever done that thing with your feet, which is terrible. It's like you leave a trail behind you. Not like that, just like how much dead skin really came off. So I'm going to give that a go, but I am going to apply that with a brush. So he did use that on the model, and it was just a very, very thin brushing it on. So I'm definitely going to use that. I'm really interested in that. And then I got some serum samples. So Super Serum Radiance. So this one, after 28 days, all of the testers had a 93% skin less dull, 92% skin more luminous, 89% skin is more smoothed. So that's the evidence from those. And Ira's got some samples of these as well. I also got a couple of samples of the Revitalising Cream. Again, you've got the barcode, the QR S code there. So again, with this one, 89% say the skin's revitalised and luminous, 83% say the skin's regenerated, 86% said the product improved skin elasticity. So they're really good results, aren't they, from those? And then the final samples that I got were the eye concentrate. So got that there. So with this one, a 92% improvement in a smoothing effect, 90% had a tightening effect, and 86% said the product reduces the appearance of puffiness. But I know these are really obvious tips, but when I apply eye cream, I kind of tend to just sort of put it under there. But what a couple of people said, use your third finger because it's the softest, and then pat it across your sort of the top of your cheekbone, and then up and across your eyebrow, and then sort of start to fill in, just tapping it around there. So I've changed what I'm doing around that as well. Generally, I don't really have a problem with darkness under my eyes or puffiness, but because I'm still post-COVID, I have got a little bit of that still hanging on me. So later I did get some samples. Let me just find these. So there were a couple of things that were kind of given out as freebies in the session. You got one of these bags with them in, so they're great for sort of just a nice little drawstring bag. It's quite robust and things. So I picked up, I've got two. So one is Wrinkles Rides. Let me see if I can read the information. So apply every evening before your nighttime skincare. So I'm going to be giving that one a go. And then this one is a universal nourishing oil, and with this one you can apply to the entire body and the face morning and evening. So I've got that one, and also in the 5 free things that I did get, I got one of the tubs of revitalising cream, which I've already shared with you. So I've got quite a bit of that range already. Now, because I'd already bought some different product, I've made a decision that for now I'm gonna come back to this because I'm really interested in this, but I wanted to start using the other product first, and then I want to kind of work with one brand and work out what I really like out of that brand, or if I like it, and then move on to a different brand, and just, you know, really find those sort of hero products for me. Check me out, you think I knew what I was talking about. So I knew that I wanted to go to the Sunday Riley stand and get some products. So one of the ones that I really wanted to get, I was debating between that and the serum, but I've got quite a bit of serum at the moment, is the Sunday Riley Auto Correct. So this is an eye cream. So I picked that up. Instant delivers a lifted and depuffed look to the eye while reducing the appearance of dark circles and fine lines. So I got that down. That retails for £60, but it was 10% off. So I also got, because if you spent £60 you would get all the little goodies, this little set, which obviously was discounted as well. So I think this was £25, but then had the 10% off. So there are 2 products in there, the CEO brightening serum, which I've used this morning, and then the other product is called Luna, I won't forget that, that's our dog's name, and that's a retinol sleeping night oil. So serum, one of the things I really picked up on yesterday is if you can feel it on your skin, you're putting too much on. Now I'm kind of like tried to stop the aging, I'd like as if I'm bathing in it, so I think I've been using probably too much. So I did use it, it said 2 pumps, that was enough, and then sort of patting it into the skin. I always make sure I do down here, and then any excess I always just wipe on my décolletage. Any excess of anything gets wiped on there. So that's a vitamin C brightening serum, and then the sleep oil is the power of retinol blended with the smoothing potent botanicals for the ultimate transformation. The retinol complex works through the night to deliver a more youthful, luminous, even-toned skin in the morning. So I'm going to use that tonight. So I'm assuming you do your normal sort of cleanse tone, but instead of moisturising, you just put that on. So I'm going to give that a go. And I also got this little set from Sunday Riley, which came for free with those. So I feel like I've got quite a good grasp of the whole product sort of range that I was interested in. There will be other ones there. So one of them was the autocorrect, so I started using that this morning, sort of a little travel set. So I used that this morning. Just a little pump, just fairly typical. So this is the eye cream. It's quite a thick cream, but you don't need an awful lot of it, just dabbing it on like that. Felt really nice on my skin. I've had no irritation from it at all, and I do have quite a sensitive skin. And then there are also the Juno, which is antioxidant superfood face oil, and there is also Be Nice, which is niacinamide serum as well, so that's just a different serum there as well. And then there is a, sorry, my eyes are so bad, I'm trying to read. It's a moisturising cream. I can't, Cetramide, it's called Ice. It might show up better on camera. Ceramide moisturising cream. So I used this morning, and it was really nice, absorbed really nice, didn't feel sort of sticky on my skin or anything like that. So at the moment I'm kind of thinking stick with that brand and use those products. I was just going to check out the prices, but I've given you those. So the only other thing that I bought for myself, which I bought in a second purchase so I could get another gift bag, so it's just being wise to that. So it wasn't particularly intentional. I wanted to get something for my daughter later, but obviously I knew, because if I spent £60 again, I would get another little goodie bag for her. So I did pick up from Huda Beauty one of their silk balms, which is a plumping lip balm, which I've got on top of my lipstick at the moment, and last night I had it just on my natural lips and it stayed on really nicely. So with this one you don't get sort of, I think they've got two called, one's called Ice and maybe one's called Fire or something, so one's a cold tingle and one's a hot tingle. With this one you don't get that. I was really wanting to get two of the Ice, particularly because it's got the colour of it, although it doesn't look blue, it helps to show up the white of your teeth and things like that. But I knew my daughter would really like that one. They just didn't have any of those left, and the girl checked out the back and the new delivery and everything. So I got this one. So that was £20, but obviously I had some discount off it as well. And then my freebies. So obviously in my little bag of 5 things. So the way that it worked, once you'd bought your items and you had your receipt, then you came outside and there was another little queuing system, and there were all products in dispensers, and you chose 5 things. There was probably about 10 things to choose from, lots of different things. But in all honesty, at that point they said the queue was an hour for that, or they had bags ready made up, so I got a bag that was ready made up. So in my bag I got, I think I might have swapped some of them around. So the My Blend was one that you picked out. I've swapped them with an Ira, so she's got the things that I knew she would really like. So they had 2 Elmer's products. I don't know if one was, I think one of them might have been a mask. I've used this before, which is the Pro Collagen Energizing Marine Cleanser. Really like this, and I really need some cleanser when my Ren one, which I really like, runs out. And I've used this before, so I was very happy to get that. They had Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, so I've got this. Interested to use this because I've got a dupe of it at the moment, which I'm using on a night, so I used this last night. It's the first time I've used it. I liked it, but I felt like it was quite greasy on, not greasy, I don't know, I felt like it stayed on my skin. Now I know thousands of people use it. That might have been the serum that I had it on with, or maybe I had too much serum on and then I put this on, I don't know. So obviously I'm going to play around with that. One of the other ones is a Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream, which is this one just here. And I know somebody that I'm going to give that to. I'm pulling together a little set for, so I'm not going to try that one. And then I've also picked, well, I didn't pick up, I got the Bee Venom eye cream as well, which I've heard really good things about. So yeah, I was really over the moon with those. And they sort of, you know, they're not tiny little sample sizes. We've just got the little bag there. So that was everything that I got. And then when I was watching the Huda Beauty, I was just kind of thinking, obviously because we're heading into Christmas shopping season, of things that I could pick up from my daughter, for my daughter, not from my daughter. So the Naughty palette, which is regular normal stock, which is £62, was half price at £31. So I thought, yeah, I'll have a bit of that for her. So I'm really hoping she likes it, because if she doesn't, I'll have it. And she doesn't tend to watch my channel, I don't think. Otherwise, shut your ears, because it's going to Santa. So I'll just open this up. So they do about 4 palettes. Lots of gorgeousness in there, which I think she'll really like. She's very dark skinned, my daughter, so I thought those tones would be nice. And obviously there's a great big mirror in the top of it as well. And I just, yeah, such a good buy really. So we've got that. Things that I learned yesterday, both of the makeup sessions, if you're putting anything on with sparkle, to use your finger and just tap it on. The intensity of it's much better, and obviously you don't get as much fallout, which I've never ever known or done. And obviously I did know you could use them wet or dry, but if you're using it dry, just to tap it on like that. And then I did mention this earlier, so I got her the Silk Balm, but the icy. So this is the icy sensation, but a plumper and a smoother. So that's normally retails at £22, but I can't remember what it came to, but there was, I think I got about £7 off that purchase altogether. And then her little bag of goodies, obviously she's got some of the My Blend things and samples as well. Let me just empty these out. I hope this is interesting. So at the Huda Beauty, I was also given this freebie. I was given it, but I'm going to give it to her. So it's a water jelly hydrating primer. I don't tend to use a primer. I do have the dupe for the Bobbi Brown that I shared on one of my last sessions, you know, that you put on before your makeup. I didn't use it today, that sort of levels things out, but she would use more of a primer, I think, so I thought I'd give that to her. I'm a nice mamana. Also picked her up the Elmis cleanser. I mean, if she doesn't want it, I'm quite happy to have that. The YSL Touche, I can't say this, Touche Eclat, which I've had in the past, but she's not had, so I thought that might be nice for her to try. The Kylie Jenner lipstick. I don't know what shade it is. Should I open it? I won't open it, but I'm just wondering if you can see. Yeah, quite a neutral sort of tone. That might be quite light for her actually. We might end up having to do a swap with some of these. I don't mind at all. Well, I do. There are some things I want to keep. I also got her some magic cream, because I don't think she's used that before. And finally I picked up the Skin Treats. Actually, this might have been in the original bag that was made up, but I swapped it. I thought she would use it more. So this is the Pixie Skin Treats Vitamin C Caviar Balm, which is a leave-on mask. And I thought she would like that. So yeah, that was the day. Had fabulous service from Ange at Sunday Riley and Adam. As I say, I'll drop those pictures in. I hope you've enjoyed that. I thoroughly enjoyed the day. Like, if there was another 1 hour away next weekend, I'd totally go again. I did have a session booked, which I'd moved from my birthday last weekend at Trinity London, at Phoenix. I'd booked in for the skincare and makeup sort of consultation, and then you pay a fee for that, and then you use that on your products. But yesterday I just thought, I've got so much stuff. Obviously I've got a beauty advent calendar as well. I've got my new glossy box, which I'm going to do an unboxing of shortly. And I just thought, I don't need that as well. If there's too much product, it's going to be quite hard for me to work out which is working for me. And at the end of the day, that's what I want to know. And I have got something else on its way that I can't quite share with you yet as well. So there was, what have I ordered? The BFF from Trinity that I knew I wanted, and an eyeshadow that I knew I wanted, and I've just ordered them online because I've done the Match to Me thing as well. If you're interested in the Match to Me, I'll put a little play on next of that. I've done mine online, how easy it was to get your skincare, your makeup, and also which colours suit your skin tone as well, if you're interested in that. So I'll just let that run while I'm chatting as well. This is like an extra little bonus bit, because yesterday I came across an app called Yucca. Let me just check I'm saying that right. Yeah. So it is, let me go back. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, I'm doing it again. Okay. So it looks like the little carrot in the corner over here. That's it there. YUKA. So all you do is go on and register, and then basically you can just scan products. So you scan anything with a barcode, you can scan, and it tells you about the nasties that are in products, which is really fascinating. So for example, there's a barcode on this one here. So this is the My Blend Revitalising Cream. So I'm literally scanning it for you now when I find the barcode. Okay, so that tells me it's 86 out of 100 and it's excellent. Hopefully that'll stay on the screen so you can see that. Some of the things at very high-end counters yesterday were amber and red. So this is based on all the nasty things that you really don't want on your skin, which is fascinating. So check it out. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed sharing it with you. Let me know what sort of content you would like. I did have a home sort of things that I'd bought at home, bargains and things, but I've not shared that yet because I was kind of, well, I don't quite know if it's going to be everybody's thing. But yeah, I'm here for the sharing. So let me know what sort of content you're interested in, if you want to know more about FODMAP. And yeah, I love comments and chat, so just chat. Okay, give me a little thumbs up and a subscribe. I'm really grateful for all the people who've subscribed already. It's a new channel, but all the you'll never know how much a YouTuber appreciates that little thumbs up, always up, not down, and pressing that subscribe. It means the world to us. So thank you for your time today. Take care. Happy beauty. Try testing. Let me know what you're enjoying, and I'll catch up with you soon. This is like